In October, millions of Australians are receiving a much-needed boost to their Centrelink payments, and this update is officially confirmed by the government and reported by 9 News Australia. This increase is part of the latest indexation changes designed to help people keep up with rising living costs, something that's been hitting everyone hard this year. Prices for groceries, electricity, rent, and fuel have all gone up, and the government says this adjustment is meant to ease some of that pressure, especially for pensioners, job seekers, carers, and families. Many people have been waiting for this change because the last few months have been tough. And now in October, they'll finally see a difference in their bank accounts. If you found this explanation really helpful and easy to understand, then please listen carefully. This channel is made only for you. Yes, only for you. I always make these videos just to keep you updated about every Centrelink change, payment increase, and important money news in the simplest way possible. I work hard to explain everything clearly so that you never get confused by government words or complicated updates. I will be uploading this full topic very soon, with all the details about who is getting the increase, how much it is, and what you need to do to check your new rate. So please don't forget to subscribe me right now, because this channel is only for you. I'm doing this just to make sure you get every update first, without stress and without missing anything. Please easily subscribe me, so you'll always know what's really happening with Centrelink, pensions and payments in Australia. The good news is that several Centrelink payments are going up. These include the age pension, disability support pension, JobSeeker, carer payment and youth allowance. Even people receiving rent assistance, parenting payment and austerity are set to benefit from the increase. For most pensioners, this means extra dollars every fortnight. For example, single pensioners will now receive a higher rate, while couples combined will also see a decent rise. The same goes for people on JobSeeker. Their payments are increasing by a few dollars each fortnight. While it might not sound huge to some, for millions of Australians on tight budgets, even small increases can make a real difference. This October update follows the government's automatic indexation process, which happens twice a year, in March and September. But this time, the adjustment was delayed slightly, so the new rates are taking effect in October 2025 instead of September. This shift was made to better align with new inflation data and to give Services Australia more time to adjust their systems properly. The change means payments are now calculated based on the most recent cost of living data, which ensures people get the fairest amount possible. It's part of the government's effort to keep support payments in line with real living costs across the country. According to 9 News Australia, this increase affects more than 5 million people nationwide. That includes retirees, single parents, people living with disability, and those looking for work. The update is automatic, meaning if you already receive a Centrelink payment, you don't need to do anything. The money will simply appear in your bank account once the new rate starts. Services Australia has confirmed that the first payments under the higher rates will begin rolling out in the first week of October. If you get paid every fortnight, you'll notice the change in your first payment cycle of the month. The amount you'll receive depends on which payment you're on. For instance, the age pension for single people is now higher by several dollars per fortnight, bringing it closer to the latest cost of living standard. For couples, the combined increase is also significant, ensuring both partners benefit equally. JobSeeker payments are also going up, especially for people aged over 55 who face greater financial challenges. The carer payment and disability support pension are included too, helping those who dedicate their time to caring for loved ones, or those unable to work due to health reasons. The government says these increases show they're listening to Australians who are struggling with everyday costs. However, some advocacy groups argue that the raises are still not enough, as inflation remains high and essential items like rent, fuel and groceries continue to rise faster than income support. They're calling for more frequent reviews and larger adjustments to ensure vulnerable people don't fall behind. Still, For now, the October increase brings some welcome relief for households feeling the squeeze. Services Australia is reminding everyone to check their online accounts or the myGov app to see their new payment details. The updated rates will appear automatically once the system updates are complete. It's also important to make sure your income and personal details are correct, especially if you have part-time work, because that can affect how much you receive. Any incorrect information could delay or change your payment. 9 News highlighted real stories from Australians who say this small boost will help them pay bills, buy groceries, or simply breathe a little easier. For pensioners on fixed incomes, every dollar counts, and this adjustment means they can better manage their weekly expenses. One retiree told 9 News that after months of worrying about electricity and medication costs, this rise, even though small, brings some peace of mind. Another person on JobSeeker said the increase means they can finally afford healthier food and cover public transport costs for job interviews. The October update also reflects the government's new focus on fairness and long-term sustainability. They're trying to ensure that social support remains strong without putting extra pressure on the federal budget. Economists say the indexation process is essential because it keeps welfare payments from falling too far behind the real cost of living. Without these regular increases, millions of Australians would see their purchasing power shrink over time. There's also been talk about further support measures later this year. Some experts expect that if inflation stays high, another small top-up could be announced before the end of 2025. The government has not confirmed this yet, but they did say they are monitoring economic conditions closely and are prepared to take extra steps if needed to protect the most vulnerable groups. People receiving youth allowance and study will also see extra dollars added to their accounts. For students, this helps cover education and transport costs, which have also risen this year. Families on parenting payment will see a bit more support too, and rent assistance recipients will notice a modest increase, which should help offset rising housing costs. While it won't solve the entire cost of living crisis, it's still an important step toward easing pressure on low-income households. If you're wondering when exactly you'll receive your higher payment, it depends on your usual payment schedule. If your Centrelink payment date falls in early October, you'll likely see the increase immediately. But if you're paid mid-month, it might appear in your second October payment. Either way, you don't have to apply or call anyone. It's all automatic. For people who want to double-check, Services Australia recommends logging into their Centrelink account online or through the Express Plus app to see updated balances and new payment summaries. You can also call Centrelink if you need to confirm specific rates for your situation, but officials say most people will get a notification automatically when their payment adjusts. This October increase is part of a broader effort by the government to help Australians through one of the most difficult economic periods in recent memory. With rent, food, and energy prices rising across the country, more people than ever are relying on Centrelink support. The payment adjustments, though modest, show that the government recognises the struggle and is trying to act. At the same time, 9 News Australia reports that many social groups are still pushing for deeper reforms. They say the base rates of JobSeeker and youth allowance remain too low to live on comfortably, and that one-off boosts or biannual increases can't fully fix the problem. But for now, this October boost is a step in the right direction, providing real, immediate help to millions. If you receive a payment, make sure your banking details and personal information are up to date to avoid any delays. Also, keep an eye on official Centrelink messages, as some people might receive back pay or small adjustments depending on their situation. The changes are being rolled out gradually to make sure every eligible person gets the correct amount. This October news has been widely shared across Australia, and people online are expressing relief and hope. Many say even a small increase helps them feel seen and supported during tough times. The government is also emphasising that this is just one part of its larger cost of living support plan, which includes energy bill relief, cheaper medicine, and rent assistance expansion. So, if you're someone who depends on Centrelink, whether it's for your pension, JobSeeker, or family support, this October increase is for you. It's a small but meaningful boost designed to help you stay on your feet, especially with prices still going up. Remember, you don't need to apply, fill out forms, or visit any office. It's automatic. Just keep an eye on your next payment, and you'll notice the difference. If you found this information useful and clear, please listen carefully. This channel is made only for you. I always make these videos to help you understand every Centrelink and government change easily, without confusion. I'll be uploading this topic in full detail soon, explaining exactly how the October increase works, who qualifies, and what to expect next. So please subscribe me right now, because this channel is only for you. I make it so you never miss an important update. Please easily subscribe me, and you'll always be the first to know what's really happening with your payments and benefits.